The Rock cried because he gotta give. No one died, no one died. The Rock cried he gotta give. A ticket from 1984. The Rock cry out for more because his daddy was there. The Rock cried, the Rock cried. Because he gotta give. No one died, no one died. The Rock cried he gotta give.
What a beautiful song. What a beautiful way. What a beautiful way to remember this moment. So beautiful. I love it. The Rock cried, baby. You got a gift. It's a beautiful thing. It's sad. And it is. It's memorable. And he got a gift. Springfield, Massachusetts. My birth year, 1984. Unbelievable. So beautiful. These are beautiful songs. Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, there's no doubt.
Is a pimp hat. Now, this is personally my favorite.
The Rock got a gift. He got a gift from his son. What a son. Unbelievable, TT. So beautiful. Here comes the solo. Here it is. I'm just kidding. I don't know. What's up, everybody? The Rock got a beautiful gift. It's on. It's kind of breaking news everywhere right now. It's very beautiful. Very beautiful thing. The Rock getting a gorgeous gift from somebody. Very nice. Very beautiful. I think it made him very happy and fulfilled. So I thought it was a beautiful video of The Rock crying, to be honest. He is crying, but he's crying beautifully, Nobody really cries quite like The Rock when you think about it. He cries beautifully, his angel tears, his Hollywood angel tears, angel baby tears, really, when you think about it, is what The Rock has. Baby-like angel tears. And yeah, nobody cries quite like The Rock, and it's a beautiful thing, quite honestly. So congrats to The Rock on this just beautiful gift. and being a beautiful human. And I look forward to all the work he does in the future with Oprah. I think a lot of people are going to love The Rock's work with Oprah in the future, you know. I think that's going to be something people talk about for a long time. And, you know, like I said, I think people are really going to love The Rock and Oprah. I don't know what we're talking about right now, by the way. I'm just delaying while I fix my screen, just so you know. But The Rock did cry over this beautiful birthday gift, and it was ticket to the, you know, he saw his dad up there on, you know, is on TV. He's in this good video of it. He's in the front row. It's pretty crazy, man. It's the year I was born. Springfield, Massachusetts, which is now a shithole, but used to be beautiful at one point. Very nice. And, you know, I think it really is quite the beautiful thing. We talked earlier about a lot of stuff, and we're going to talk about a lot of things here today, but we're going to wait till everybody gets in here. So, guys, please click the like button and stick the thumb way up there as we continue in just a minute with more as we start this show tonight. It's Tuesday. Tell you that whatever you send impacts me significantly. All these things here. Let's go to before we get to the Dark Order idea and what I've come up with a crazy thing. Let's talk about the WWE's maybe new signing here. WWE is signing an indie darling called Zozea. That's what people are talking about. Zozea. I mean, no one's really talking about it, let's be honest. And that's the funny thing now. They're so devoid of news out there that I see some of the news companies and news articles writing about these indie stars. And one thing that I'm noticing about that is that back in the day when WWE was going to sign somebody, it was like, oh my God, it was a big buzz. But nowadays, when there's a buzz about an indie darling signing or an indie guy that's going to sign or whatever, what happens is, like nobody really cares. Like there's like 20,000 people in the whole U.S. that probably know this guy, right? Which is fine. It's just news outlets wanting to create something out of news. I think this guy's in Rev Pro or someplace like that. So like I said, it doesn't mean he stinks or is bad or whatever. I'm just saying there isn't like the buzz. Like there used to be a buzz, like a sleuth of like just a slew of people that are like, here we go. They're going to sign that guy. This is big. Now it's like small kind of like whispering. And then everybody else goes, who? What? I saw that guy once, da-da-da. And that's it. So, yeah. So to me, it's just not great news because it's not trendy enough. Nobody knows who these people are yet. They haven't really built themselves up. To me, an exciting indie signing is like when a guy is doing really well on his own, creating, and you're hearing about these people that aren't even signed to a major company. Like when you were hearing about the Young Bucks, when you were hearing about Ricochet and Prince Puma and like all these other people that you were hearing about back in the day, leading up from years ago and whatever, it's like there was an aura already. There was a vibe already. Like, hey, I've heard this name a lot, but I never watched that stuff. But now it's not even like that. It's not even permeating that way. You're like, oh, the WWE is going to be signing this crazy indie person everybody's talking about. His name is this, and you go, I've never heard of Zoolander 1 or whatever. I've never heard of like Takagawa Zakakara I've never heard of these people. You know what I mean? And most people have not. Whereas, like, most people before couldn't help but hear about it. In fact, it became annoying. Like, oh, I always hear about Okada. I don't watch New Japan Pro Wrestling. I don't really know who. I couldn't really even pick out Okada. And there are some people that could pick out Okada in a lineup even though they never watched a match. And then there's some people that never seen him, don't know what he looks like at all, but they've heard Okada. But, like, and I know that I just picked, like, one of the biggest stars in New Japan of the last 10 years. Like, they're John Cena. But I'm saying that there's multiple other people like that as the tiers go down. But now we're down to the point of, like, somebody who's only been at it for a little while, and people are like, oh, my God, they're signing. What a signing. Like, it's like, what are you talking about? No, but, like, I mean, great prospective guy. Looks good. I'm sure he's a young wrestler. Like, good. Sign that person. But Like people like, oh my God, like there's no one doing that. There's no one doing that but a few people somewhere, and nobody else knows. So it's not as big a buzz as I think. Anyway, on to the Dark Order. I talked about this and I tweeted out a video. I really think that this would all be pending, and this is, maybe I have the worst ideas ever. Maybe I'm the worst ever. Maybe this is why WWE didn't put me on commentary, not just because I'm shorter than Vic Joseph. Maybe this is why I was never hired for any writing anywhere, because my ideas are stupid and crazy. I don't know. But if I was AEW, you have the Dark Order, they're just sitting there. And in my opinion, it's an insult more to Brody Lee and everybody that this Dark Order is just lingering around for a small paycheck and the memory kind of, but it's dead right now. The Dark Order is nothing right now. And I don't like that. I either think it should be extinguished completely and just remember the good times, or at this point, bring it back and let's do something with it. Let's do something with it. I love Brody Lee. He was one of the best runs in AEW. My father died when I was 8 years old, so I understand the sensitivity of a family member dying. And my father died when I was 8. I understand. But so pending Amanda and Brody Lee's son and the family, pending how Brody Lee, John Huber's family, feels about what I'm about to say, I really believe that if the family was on board and they were like, let's do something cool, I would bring back Brody Lee in the form of like a spirit, and he's speaking to the Dark Order beyond the grave. By the way, WWE could have done this with The Fiend as well. And both are really kind of in the same struggle. The Wyatt family is in the same struggle, and so isn't the Dark Order a little bit. But Dark Order is even like completely gone, So whatever. But you could bring the person back using AI. You can clone their voice. You can clone their image. And you could also make it like they're a superpower. And they're speaking to the Dark Order beyond. And John is like, you thought I would stay gone? Like, what I'm capable of and stuff like that. And it would be a crazy, bizarre out, far out type of theatrical story. But that would make the Dark Order fun, dangerous, and exciting. Maybe. It might be heavily criticized. Maybe it wouldn't play well. I don't know. But I think it would. I think it would be fun if somebody was writing it. It was good, being written really well. I would love to be part of that. I would write the hell out of that. And for whatever reason, the Dark Order is risen again, and it's because of the return. And like however you want to go about that. I think it would be fun, and I think it would be something that would excite people and make people interested. But it would really just comes down to the family. If the family said, "Ew, no," then I wouldn't do it. I don't really know John Huber at all much, other than a few exchanges I had with him in physical life and real life for a second. And so I don't know him really. I feel like it's something that he would be like, hell yeah, that's awesome. I feel like that, but I don't really know him. His wife would know. His friends would know. I don't know. I don't know anything. So I have nothing else to say on it other than it's an idea, and it's a controversial one, and it's one that would be a first of its kind in wrestling. And that's partly why I also think he would potentially have liked it. But I could be dead wrong. And I shouldn't use that word when I'm saying that, but I could be very wrong. I think he would be thrilled. I think any wrestler might be thrilled to be like, well, that's cool. I mean, it's tough. Like if I was dead and it's like if I die, and my kids wanted to keep me alive by like making some silly videos using AI with me in the future. Obviously I wouldn't want them to make some AI video of me where I'm doing something really terrible or something. But like as long as they were doing silly stuff with my face, I would like that. I'd be like, I love that. I love that my kids are trying to keep me alive. and they're having fun interacting with my channel and kind of like controlling my avatar to be like, remember my dad, he would have done something stupid like this. And, you know, then my kids are getting paid a little bit on some ad revenue, and they're remembering dad, and they're getting to kind of like interact with dad in a way. So like I'm a kind of a weirdo. You know, I admit it, I'm a weirdo person, and I would think that was cool. Other people would think it's like perverted and weird and sick, and I can't do that. But I believe I would love it. I wouldn't be happy that I was gone and that I was dead, but I would be happy that my kids were getting to be involved or getting to see me in a way, and I was still like a creative part of the show somehow. And I think that's what we get from Dark Order when they come out. It's kind of the memory of Dark Order and Brody Lee, but I think that you either need to move it away now because it's kind of gone, or let's rejuvenate it. And that's not a word. Rejuvenate is a word. Let's do rejuvenate. And then also maybe everybody gets a little more money from it. Maybe the family gets more money, and you can sort of, you know, people can get paychecks. And I think it's a story that would be buzzing around the wrestling world. And I just wish that they, you know, maybe it depends on the family, you know. It's all up to the family. If the family doesn't want to do it, then obviously you're not doing it whatsoever. But if the family is like, yes, that's awesome, let's do that, I think he would love that. Let's go. You know, and maybe they're involved in the storytelling too, of course. Okay, now I'm live here. That was a little clip from earlier, but let's watch The Rock now cry over himself. Because, man, that's a beautiful thing, man. Rocky Johnson, The Rock, wants your soul. Let's take a look. Because nobody loves The Rock more than The Rock.
Here it is. This amazing ticket. 1984 WWE.
Here it is, the most amazing ticket, guys. The most amazing ticket.
Wrestling, March 17th, Springfield, Mass.
March 17th, Springfield, Mass. That's my day after my mother's birthday in Springfield, Massachusetts, right not far away from me now. I was born in 1984, Rock. I'm going to make it all about me. You want to make it about you? I'm going to make it about me. How about that, Rock? I'm going to make it about me.
11-year-old Dwayne Johnson attended to watch Dad.
Yeah, you were there, brother. I've seen that video so many times of you ringside.
It's crazy, man.
I think of you.
And the funniest thing about this is how The Rock tweeted this out here. Or how The Rock tweeted or The Rock X'd this out to everybody. But it was like put together like a movie. A ticket to a wrestling show I attended when I was 11 years old to watch my dad wrestle. Who would have thought years later I'd hold this ticket and wishing I had one more shot to say goodbye. I think is probably what it's going to say. To say goodbye, yeah. Unfortunately, from what I understand, The Rock and his dad kind of had like a weird goodbye. Like they got along and stuff and did things and everything was cool, but they had probably one of those moments where they're like, all right, come on, no, da da da. And they like took, you know, whatever. It didn't end perfectly. You know, I think The Rock wanted a better closure. Or would have liked a better goodbye, but I understand that. Even in this video, you see my dad attempting a slight smile. I know I'm not easy to buy gifts for, so very, very thoughtful gifts like this mean the world to me from my loved ones. You can understand that. You can understand that because how do you buy The Rock? What do you buy The Rock? You know what I mean? I mean, besides time could be pretty good to buy The Rock. But what do you buy The Rock? Guy's richer than anything. He's good just about everything. So, yeah, it's got to be sentimental, you know? And then, you know, when you do it, The Rock will, you know, make a video out of it and it'll look pretty good on Twitter. That's cool. That's really cool. You know, who doesn't love that? Yeah. Interesting. Gift the Rock your soul. Well, I think we're completely shadow banned on this video right now. I don't know why. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end it and relaunch it in a few. Maybe. I'm trying to figure out what's going on because it feels like we're, I don't know. Greg says, Joe, you would have done a better rap than Trick. Oh, did Trick Williams cut a rap or something? Okay. I didn't see it. Leonard Kitty Kisser's here, though. Yeah, I think we should relaunch a video. This doesn't seem right. But it could be me. Banned? Yeah, basically it feels like that. 28 watching? I mean, that's crazy. 22. The Rock wants your soul. Oh, so the rap was trash? I didn't see the rap. I'll have to check it out. Rest in peace, Norm. Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah, I know we lost one of the Cheers guys. Hey, Norma. Lost another Norm, a Norm of a different color. Well, actually, he's the same color, but you know what I mean. Poor Norm, man. Love him. Love you guys. Yeah, let me relaunch and see if I can figure it out. You wasn't notified. Yeah, nobody was. Yeah, let's maybe I'll go live later. We'll reset it. Let's reset it, boys and girls. We'll be back in a little bit. Try to figure it out.